come to Huntonji. Now there's a big foot, this time from Marvin Schweber.
And especially it was Jackson Irvine thriving through it as a wonderful first touch into his stride. But look at that awareness of Marvin Schweber, not going down too early. Elmala started on the left side and had that aggressive 1v1 situation like now.
Elmala! Well, what a difference a change makes, and he's pushed out wide and all of a sudden he's getting a lot more chances. Sinani's corner, easily defended, he'll get another chance to cross it. Off the line, oh my goodness. Big moment there for the defence of FC Köln. And it was their striker who kept them in it. Doesn't help if you concede from open play, though. That one's long. And it's in! And it's been coming. Joy for St. Pauli. There's fight. Now Waldschmidt. Through ball. Kaminski. Still Kaminski. There are so many players in his way. He seems to have twisted his ankle slightly there as he went down.
They will feel so comfortable with that structure. Oh, that was close. Kaminski's ankle, that touch is not a problem, but the second one, who's coming down now, that brings him down, and so it hurts.
That could be a penalty. Yeah. Decides. The ground goes quiet.
Ein möglicher Strafstoß wurde überprüft. Nach Prüfung der Bilder liegt ein Foulspiel vor.
It's a penalty.
Elfmeter.
We'll leave it for Luca Waldschmidt to take. This for the equalizer. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Köln are level by the skin of their teeth. And neither side did. It ends in a draw that does not alleviate any kind of pressure for both the sides. It possibly serves Köln a little more. They move on to 31 points.
Here's Wouter Burger. And the volley by Lempeler off the crossbar. And again, so near here to the first goal in a blistering start to the match by Hoffenheim.
Bocha with a nice chip on the second post over all the defenders of Dortmund, and then he takes it first time. That was the right decision here.
Up to Kramaric. It's Kramaric. Deflected shot. And that deflection takes the sting off the ball, really. It makes Kobol's job a bit easier.
Left foot, you can see Soufal makes a sprint over 60-70 meters, full sprint.
Überprüft wurde ein mögliches Handspiel für Spieler Süle. Nach Ansicht der Bilder liegt ein strafbares Handspiel, weil mit den Armen nach unten ein Tor verhindert. Finalspiel und dann Meter nochmal.
Well, Niklas Süle, whose career began here, departs having given away for handball. A chance to land a vital blow for TSG Hoffenheim. Step forward, Andrej Kramaric. Scores! A living legend here.
Keeps his nerves cool.
It'll come to Rezon now. 4 to play. Oh, the 90 in Zinsheim. 1-0 Hoffenheim. Into Baini. There's Girassi on the half turn. Girassi, oh, glorious! That's what he can do when given half a chance, less than that. He makes things happen and makes Dortmund tick. 1-1. And Girassi off the bench, a bolt from the blue to make it all square with 4 to play.
Yeah, and passivity from Hoffenheim. Now they get punished through a fantastic strike.
Wide to Samueli Inacio. Inacio's driven cross, met here by Maxi Bayer. Bayer's shot, close. That's a corner. Now it comes for Avdallah, involving Pras. There's Murstedt away, but the foot was high, and the foul and free kick is Dortmund's.
But this is a big call now.
Massive call, huge call.
Oder ein mögliches Handspiel von Spielereihe. Nach Ansicht der Bilder liegt ein strafbares Handspiel vor, ohne zu verkürzen.
Wow.
Finale Entscheidung.
Another penalty for handball. A season-shaping moment for the club. Kramaric, what have you got in the locker this time? Andrej Kramaric, it is for why he's a bona fide club legend here. For moments, for goals, such as that.
Yeah, and who else than Kramaric? He is the man when it comes down to the penalties, and it's the same corner.
Away by Baumann. And for Hoffenheim, huge in their top four pursuits. A brace of Andrej Kramaric penalties here wins the game versus Dortmund, who do not seal themselves their own top four place with today's result.
Diamant. Plenty of green shirts to aim for. Not cleared, it'll come for Jinma. Sugawara. It's a good delivery! On Derby Day, the captain delivers! On Capaldo. Is there a foul there? No. Glatzel allowed to carry on. Brombeck trying to join in. Glatzel! Incredible! He scored here the last time these teams met at the Weserstadion, and he has damaged Bremen again. He's very much a leader of this team, despite the fact he's only a teenager. Remarkable young man. Good turn by Puertas. His stay. Jens Stay! A derby hero, not once, but twice. Would be a question. But from the moment it came to Stay, he knew exactly what he wanted to do with it. Beautiful strike. Hoyer Fernandez at full stretch got nowhere near it. Excellent challenge from Puertas. Referee said the ball was taken and there's no case to answer. Here's Yatta. That wasn't a great challenge. That wasn't even the one I was talking about, to be honest.
Überprüft wurde eine potenzielle rote Karte. Nach Ansicht der Bilder liegt ein grobes Foulspiel von Nummer 27 Hamburg vor. Finale Entscheidung, direkter Freistoß, rote Karte.
Red cards is going to be given to Ortele. Sugawara goes long. Gruel. Nice first touch from Gruel. Yatta's challenge. No. Referee didn't like that. Red cards. Bakary Yatta is sent off. Gruel with the first touch. Referee is going to go and have a look. Are they going to downgrade this to a yellow card? Don't think it's about denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Überprüft wurde die rote Karte. Nach Ansicht der Bilder liegt nur ein rücksichtsloses Foulspiel vor. Finale Entscheidung, gelbe Karte.
So yellow card is the judgment. He's only cleared it to Bittencourt. Gonna have 12 minutes of additional time. Puertas! A goal he's deserved. And Werder Bremen have breathing space. And it's 2-on-1 here. Gruel has got Schmid with him. They can put the icing on the cake here. Gruel, Schmid! Good save by Hoyer Fernandez. It's rattled at him. He actually did pretty well to control the strike. because that was fizzed at him. Played by Lehner. In a season of gloom, finally there is joy for Werder Bremen. A derby win against Hamburg is always sweet, but today it means so much more.
Both these sides have really lacked a goal scorer this season. Comes Wimmer! Wow, what a shot! And what a way to get his side into the lead. After 11 minutes, the first goal of the Itter era goes the Wolves' way. He's now taken over as a fireman. Trimmel sends in a good cross again, back post. It's chance to shoot, Ansa! Well, it went straight at Grabaga. He still had to get down. Got a good contact with it, but couldn't just guide it. January, as the ball comes in, Pacinovic is near it. Seita again stings the gloves of Renault. Union right up there in terms of scoring them. Trimmel, that's a good ball again. Oh, and another good chance there for Union. 45 minutes, though, to decide this one. Here's Djinan Pacinovic. Oh! Fantastic again! The Wolves attackers are in delightful form today. Worst of starts for Union, but fantastic from Pacinovic. Early pressure here from Seita. Then the ball cut out by Christian Eriksen, and Pacinovic just picks his spot again, even though it was far out. Can't really blame Renault there. It was a beautiful finish, much like the first goal. Very different style of finish, similar distance. Trimmel with the ball in. Illich! Oh, against the post. Vavro into the crowd. Well, that is the best chance Union have had. Skaka touches it, it's Illich trying to find Burke, he does. Burke has the pace to break free. Oliver Burke scores for the first time in 2026 to give Union some hope. Makes his way back to goal. Andras Schäfer sends it forward. Köln trying to contest it. He does. Djurgård still there. Turkey saved by Grabaga. Dropped from the starting 11. Improvised save from Grabaga. A shake of the head from Marie-Louise Itter, who knows that this is over. Wolfsburg have their first win of the second half of the season. Union fail to get anything.
So there'll be good communication between them. It's already an opportunity. Van Damen. Tapsoba. Oh, it's a marvellous header. Patrick Schick is the man you want on the end of a ball like that. Simarov is delighted. Leverkusen in front. Patrick Schick's 75th goal for Leverkusen. Kept them out though. Kept them out there. Didn't keep that out though. That's a great reply. Another one of those beautiful vertical passes. Nathan Teller shoots wide. Trying it again. Ronaldo. Ooh, there was some power on that header. And Leverkusen were close. Ziziger took it. Oh, now though, Nathan Teller on his own. Does he trust himself? Of course he does. Straight at the keeper, the follow-up, saved! Big saves, Van Damen. That's excellent. Another striker on. Very nearly brought dividends, right. Of course, they still have to play. Penalty, handball. This is the moment. On this decision for Leverkusen.
Überprüft wurde meine Strafstoßentscheidung. Nach Ansicht der Bilder ist der Arm am Körper angelegt. Daher finale Entscheidung, kein Strafstoß.
No handball. Two youngsters up against one another. He's going to get another go at that one. He's gone down in the box. It's a penalty for Augsburg. No, 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 says Kuhlbrand. Or are Augsburg going to be over the moon? Augsburg are over the moon. Leverkusen, with over 30 efforts on goal today, are 2-1 down. Augsburg on the threshold of doing the double. Is it going to finally go in? No, it's not. No, it's not. A famous victory for Manuel Bau. It's finished. Bayer Leverkusen 1. Augsburg 2.
Well, that was a bit careless, and here's Van Shaby. Burkhardt, and forcing the save from Martin van der Voort. Quick-fire football from Eintracht. Here's Jan Diomande. Trying to create room for himself, going on a slalom run of the highest order. Still, Diomande! It's out of this world! A moment to take your breath away from Jan Diomande. Comprehensively beating one defender after another, and then having the power to execute. Discerning whether or not a player is scoring difficult goals or not. Now here they come again, and it's Cetera. Draogo. Play generally goes through Shaby quite a lot. And here's Kalimwendo up against Klostermann. Still Kalimwendo. And, oh, it's still alive, and there's the leveller. Ugo Larsson. He popped up to get his head to the ball, and that spectacular goal from Diomande, just like that, wiped out. No problems in the end. Here's Christoph Baumgartner, Jan Diomande, and Baumgartner kept going, and the save there from Cetera, and then a shout from Leipzig. Here is Højlund. Doing it on his own, and the shot does come in, and it comes again, and Amaimoni Eshgoyab. Greve. They line something up here. Leipzig, it was Gruda. And that's another attempt from the substitute. Shot by Shaby. Nathaniel Brown. Amaimoni Eshgoyab, and flinging himself at the ball, Martin van der Voort. Deciding to run Amenda. Antonio Nusa! In it goes! Cetera couldn't stop it. And Antonio Nusa has restored the Leipzig lead. Well, it could be an important one in their quest to play Champions League football next season. Here's Nusa. Change of direction from Nusa, and Harder! How about that for a dramatic entrance? And Harder, as he did when the sides met in December, has netted against Eintracht. And Leipzig are galloping away with this. Harder gets to celebrate. Here's Ansgar Knauf with a touch on Uzun Knauf. And there goes the final whistle. Leipzig have recorded their first ever victory here in Frankfurt. And it's 4 victories in a row now.
Talented, potential good players.
Lucas Höhler, and here it comes, helped on, oh, and thrashed wide by Manzambi from a very tight angle for Freiburg. The best chance so far comes and goes. Freiburg 13 non-penalty set-piece goals this current season, and that one's close to another one. By Grifo on the charge for Freiburg, has with him to his left Manzambi. Here he is, the Swiss. It's Manzambi, deflection, goal Freiburg. Well, Manzambi's star continues to rise, and for Heidenheim, another body blow in their ailing quest to stay in the Bundesliga. Scan the code on the screen now to later on have your vote on today's man of the match. It's in the last 5 minutes or so, but get the app now. And effective shot again here off the crossbar. Goodness me. And 2 players on the same team collide. Here comes Schupner to pick up the pieces and benefit for Heidenheim. Jan Schupner on to Matthias Honzak. The first touch wasn't great, but the shot saved and pushed behind here by Atubolu. Oh, here comes Honzak for Heidenheim to push on. It's Honzak for Budu Zivzavadze. Zivzavadze! Wow! What a lifeline that is! And what a goal that is to make it 1-1 this afternoon. They're still fighting. They're still in this. And they're level this afternoon.
Yeah, since Zivzavadze came on in the second half, they're looking a bit more dangerous.
Suzuki's benefit. Grifo's balance good. It's Grifo still on here too. The shooting chance for Eggestein. And a Freiburg lead. And for Heidenheim, for all their hard work, all their endeavours in this second half, they fall behind again. And the bottom two. Suzuki. Dancing feet. Yuito Suzuki! Wide.
That deserved a goal.
Another defeat nearer Bundesliga relegation for Frank Schmidt and for Heidenheim. But today they gave this so much but fall short by 2-1.
El Canus. Oh, and changing the angle, and Führich! Beautifully converted! Kurs Führich gives Stuttgart the lead. Well, are they going to be party spoilers on what is meant to be Bayern's big day? It was so easy on the eye. Have every intention of being in the Champions League next season, and one of the best teams in the country. Musiala and Guerreiro! Rafael Guerreiro with the equalizer, and Bayern back on course. Guerreiro passing this time, and danger here. Luis Diaz passing to Jackson. Bayern in front. What a turnaround. Rapid fire attacking. With Canada, Musiala, delightful stuff. Well, it was Goretzka in the middle of things, and Diaz. Davies deflected in. No stopping Bayern here. Alphonso Davies decided to take a big smack at it. Here, Luis Diaz, Musiala, Jamal Musiala. Not to be.
And here I quickly had to double check if it's Musiala now on the ball or Luis Diaz, because
Olise, and that deep ball was Ito, who kept it in, and Ito again, and Goretzka, and Nubel gets in the way, but Harry Kane finishing from close range. Jamie Leveling. Bilal El Khanous and winning his race here. Obi, top piece of goalkeeping. Now Kimmich, and it comes to Michael Olise, and it did look as though that was going in, I must say. Mittelstädt was one of the players back, making sure hopefully that the clearance was completed, but El Khanous did well, and oh, that low shot coming in, which was blocked straight away, and that's quite the finish. Chema Andres. Oh, a sparkler of a goal. Stuttgart have reduced the arrears.
And this goal basically came out of nowhere. I think that's a beautiful shot. It's a world-class goal, the way he just touched the ball really with one flick. A little bit deflected. I think that made it hard for Ubik as well to get it out, but
oh, and it's opening up here for Michael Olise. Nubel, and then Kane, and he couldn't finish. Well, Nubel, it's going to be interesting what happens to him next season. Stuttgart have a very promising young goalkeeper, Dennis Zeiman, on loan at Paderborn, to be absolutely sure. Bayern have won the game. The Bundesliga in the bag. Bayern München are arithmetically uncatchable.
A little bit differently, and this is why they have to come more over the possession.
Here is searching for Tabakovic. This is Pauli. He's forced out wide. Inside for Scally! A wonderful opening goal for Borussia Mönchengladbach! And it's Joe Scally with just his second goal of the season, who's given the Foals the perfect start at Borussia Park. What more could Eugen Polanski have wanted?
And that's the long ball to Tabakovic, and he makes it work. A clever drop.
He's set off now ahead of Philip Sander, who was just waiting to see what the best option was. Here is Haris Tabakovic. It's Kastrup on the overlap, and it's a decent save by Daniel Batz.
To actually do that, and you look at the bench, you have Honorar, you have Hack coming back. These are the players, one against one, who can utilize on that.
Here's Bolin. It's in for Rocco Wright. No power on the shot. It's taken quickly by Nadim Amiri. On for Viper at the far post, and they've got the equaliser. And those substitutions bear fruit for Mainz. In the game's dying minutes, in the relegation battle. But was he offside?
He looks offside to me. It could be a close call. Amiri, quick thinking.
We may have to wait to find out if that goal is going to stand. Which it is potentially not.
Überprüft. Nach Ansicht der Bilder stand die Nummer 44 von Mainz im Abseits. Spielfortsetzung, indirekter Freistoß.
And indeed, the confirmation the goal will not stand. Amiri with the corner, Batz is rising. Here's Sieb on the turn, and it's blocked. Gladbach defending ever more desperately as it's launched back into the danger zone. Posch is rising, Elvedi with the header. Here's Mvina. Still Gladbach can't get it away. Tietz is down in the area, and there's going to be a penalty. Well, Tobias Welz let play continue until he could do so no longer, and he is awarded the spot kick. A heart-stopping moment right at the death, and Amiri keeps his cool to rescue a point for Mainz. A huge goal in the Bundesliga relegation battle, no more than Mainz deserve for their dominance in this second half. Nadim Amiri with the points that could bring ultimate survival for Mainz. Heartbreak for Nicola. So the results on match day 30 in the Bundesliga. The standout ones include, of course, Bayern sealing the Bundesliga title earlier today with that 4-2 win over Stuttgart, made possible because Dortmund lost yesterday in against a direct rival in the race for the Champions League. Hoffenheim, Leverkusen, with a devastating loss at home to Augsburg in their quest to qualify for the Champions League. But Wolfsburg got a big victory, their first under Dieter Hecking, which piles the pressure on Gladbach, of course, a side that Borussia face next week. So in the table, Bayern confirmed as champions, Dortmund almost there for the Champions League, and then it's 2 from 4 behind then for the remaining Champions League spots. The top 6, though, all enjoy a very healthy gap down to Freiburg in 7th. At the very bottom, Heidenheim's defeat yesterday almost seals their fate, so they have so much to do to get out of trouble, but there is life left in Wolfsburg. They're now just 2 points behind St. Pauli in the relegation playoff spots, who themselves now have a 5-point gap to outright safety after Bremen's win in the Northern Derby against Hamburg. But just look how tight that is. 4 teams all on 31 points, with Union still not out of the woods yet.